Hello, you're watching Learning with Natural Hair. Today what I'm going to show you is how to detangle medium length, really tight shrinkage natural hair. So you can see my hair, it looks pretty dry right now and it's pretty, pretty shrunken. It's pretty packed. So what you want to do is first, the tools you'll need, you might want something to separate your hair, but the main tools you'll need is for this type of detangling is a water bottle and a Denman style brush. This one isn't an actual Denman brush. It is a generic brand of the Denman brush, but the same kind of style for the most part. And that's what you're going to be using to work through those tangles. So what you want to do is first get your hair into a section that you can work with. So I'm just going to start right here. And the sides are a little bit easier because they're in a convenient spot. And you can decide how thick of a section you want to work with, whether or not you want it to be a little bit wider or more narrow. You just want it to be a section that you can handle. Okay, so I'm just using my finger. I'm not even using a comb. Sometimes it's just easier not to use a comb. That's one thing that I've done a lot more since I've been natural, is not use a comb or brush when I do my hair so much, but using my hands, fingernails, that kind of thing to detangle. So just get the other part out of the way and just let it sit there, but for the sake of this video I'm going to try to move some of it out of the way. It's really thick. And okay, that's coming off. Take two. It's shrunken, so it's not the easiest to just grab and put into the style that I'm trying to get it into. You just kind of gotta work with it, be patient. And if it doesn't work, oh well, it stays out of the way in its own. So what I'm doing is I started in the back already. I'm detangling and I'm twisting. Now if your hair doesn't have moisture in it from like a moisturizer, you might want to moisturize it first before you start to detangle with the Denman brush. But my hair already has some moisturizer in it. So when you spray the water on your hair, I was watching this science video and it said it breaks the hydrogen bonds down in your hair when you use water. So it makes your hair a lot easier to work with. It might take a couple of, several seconds or however to start soaking in well enough. But you just want to, it makes your hair so much easier to work with. Especially when it's as tight of a curl pattern as I have. Okay? You see it's much more easy to stretch now. It's looser now. Then what you want to do is, while your hair is pretty, you want to get it kind of soaking. It doesn't necessarily have to be dripping down, but enough to where it can saturate your hair. You want to just grab your hair, start at the ends, detangling gently. And if you run into a snag, don't try to just rip through it. Go back down a little bit and work your way up to the snag and then try to work through it. You shouldn't be feeling pain when you do this a lot. I mean, unless you run into a tangle or something. Or if you're tender-headed, maybe that's a different story. But see how well the brush goes through now with that? If you're feeling pain, like your hair is being pulled, then you probably need to just go back down to the end and do some more detangling. And then you just twist it out of the way. This will help to stretch your hair and to help keep it from shrinking back up and curling around itself as much, causing more tangling. And then I'm just using this little clip that I had. to clip the ones that I already did out of the way. So for now, I'm just going to put it to pull this back some. I'm not going to put it in all of them again right now. Just clip that out of the way. Alright, so that's that. It didn't take very long. And it seems intimidating and scary if you're natural and you run into all of this shrinkage. But really, water is a blessing for us because it makes it so much easier. So you just want to part off another workable section and do the same thing. So I'm just going to go right to the opposite side. Part off a section. I'm detangling with my fingers right now. Don't pull through knots and tangles in your hair because you might create knots. You might create more tangles, or you might break your hair. So just be gentle with it. Learn to feel for where the knots are and feel for how you can detangle. Okay, so you do the same thing with this side. First, you want to saturate it with water. Make sure you get your ends as well as your roots. And just kind of let it roll down your hair and just kind of work it into your hair strands. You'll see that after some time, your hair will stop feeling so dry. And it'll be easier to stretch. And once it's detangled with your hands, I'm just pulling through like this to detangle some more. I'll just kind of pull out and go down. Just kind of showing you how I do it in a way. So your hair, once your hair gets stretchy enough, then you can either add more water if it still feels dry, or you can start detangling if you think it's ready. So again, grab it, start at the ends. You run into a snag, go back down and work your way up. So it's a great way to detangle your hair. Work with it in sections, using your hands to detangle it before you actually get it detangled, instead of trying to work a comb or a brush through it. It can save you from hair breakage. It can save you from pain. It just makes things a lot easier. Okay, so once you got that, go ahead and twist it up. You can even do this before you wash your hair or before you style your hair. You can leave it in these sections to work with when you're conditioning your hair, or if you're deciding to shampoo your hair at the time. So just go ahead and twist it up. Get it out of the way, and go on to your next section. So this is, again, just a great way to detangle your hair, a great way to preserve length, because you're not trying to work with all of this shrinkage at once. You're not trying to work through all of it with a comb or brush and pulling your hair out and getting frustrated. It's just a great way to detangle your natural hair, and a healthy way to do it. It also gives you an opportunity, again, to add moisture to your hair and to add water to your hair. So thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. You continue to do that through all the sections and style it as desired. Thank you. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Bye.